How's it going, guys? Readiness Reviews back with you again. We're going to be unboxing another military surplus rifle today. This is sort of a smaller box, not really that long. In my most recent video, we unboxed a Carcano rifle, a model 1891/24 Special Troops rifle that was a carbine converted from a 1891 long rifle. Today, we're going to be taking a look at another Carcano. This one is coming from DK Firearms. This was my very first purchase from those guys. The box, as you can see, has a little bit of damage on it. We have a hole in it here. This side is sort of crushed in, so it's all a little bit of shipping damage. Other than that, the box looks decent though. Let's go ahead and cut into this so we can get a better look at what we're actually checking out. By the way, the knife we're using for opening is a cold steel roach belly. All right, so fairly easy to open. Looks like the rifle is wrapped in bubble wrap. It's quite a bit more bubble wrap than the one that I got from Bud's Guns was wrapped in. All right, let's roll this guy out. There she is. So this is a model 1891 TS, or the proper Italian name, Moschetto Modello 91 per Truppe Speciali. The Truppe Speciali is the TS, which stands for Special Troops or Troop Special. Special Troops are troops other than regular infantry. So artillery units, naval units, engineers, all sorts of port guards and military police. If you were in the Italian military and your job was not being an infantry soldier, there's a good chance that you would be issued a rifle like this one. Let's check out the condition on this guy. So it's actually looking fairly nice. There's a pretty large size gouge out of the stock right there. I'm seeing some rust around the magazine well, but nothing too bad. The bluing looks really nice. Let's do our little safety check. The bolt's kind of stiff. That's because there's a lot of cosmoline down the action. The rifle is safe. We did get the cleaning rod with this one. Super happy about that. And luckily this one is not bent. That's probably due to there being more packing material around the rifle. There's our very unique rear sight. Standard folded down position here. That is a 450 meter battle sight. I've heard it's a 400 meter battle sight, but all of the resources I've looked at as far as Carcano information says that it's 450. And when you fold this little guy forward, that'll give you a 300 meter battle sight. It's a very unique sort of steampunky looking sight though. I like those Carcano sights, they're cool. This particular rifle was produced by the Bersia Arsenal. It's no surprise that Bersia is the arsenal that produced this rifle because Bersia is actually the only arsenal that produced the 91 TS rifle. Our date of production on that is 1918, so right at the tail end of World War I, which is absolutely perfect for what I wanted. I did want a World War I dated rifle. There's our import markings, not too bad. Imported by PW Arms, and it has the serial number stamped on the receiver there. Even though there's a serial number right up here on the barrel, they still have to put a serial number on the receiver for US import law. That's why that's there. There's a lot of people asking this question, why do they have to stamp an ugly serial number on the receiver? Well, you have to do that for compliance reasons with US law. Even though there's a serial number here, that's not technically on the receiver, that's on the barrel. You have to have a serial number on the receiver of a firearm in the US. So right away, I noticed something a little different about this rifle than your standard 91 TS rifle, and that is the Sling Swivels. So on a regular 91 TS, you would have an underslung sling. So up here on the stock somewhere, you would see a sling swivel. And then on the bottom side of the stock here, you would see another sling swivel. Now you can see this stock has had that place where that sling swivel was plugged with a piece of wood. And there have been sling bars added on the side. Now, I'm not exactly sure why that conversion was done or when that conversion was done. I'm sure someone that knows more about Carcanos than me can let me know down in the comments. The bayonet lug is a sideways bayonet lug. Later on, these were changed to a regular inline bayonet lug. Condition-wise, I am extremely happy with this rifle. I think it is quite nice for the money. These are listed on DK Firearms website for $250. And DK Firearms says that they are in fair to good condition, and this is definitely on the good side, I would say. DK Firearms has very reasonable shipping costs. I think shipping on this rifle was only $13, which is pretty dang good in my opinion. And luckily, they do not charge sales tax for the state of Georgia, so I kind of lucked out there. So the price was right. Just like every other Carcano, this is built on the 1891 action that was developed by Salvatore Carcano. Mannlicher style clip loading, where you have a full clip of ammunition and the whole thing seats down into the action. This rifle will have a gain twist rifling bore, like many Carcanos do. Since this rifle was not cut down from a larger rifle, it's a purpose-built carbine, it should be fairly accurate because the twist rate will match the length of the barrel appropriately. Although there is still issues with factory new production 6.5 ammunition being a little bit smaller in diameter than the original 6.5 the Italians would have used, which can cause some accuracy issues. This particular batch of rifles that's been imported into the US from Italy are coming out of Italian Carabinieri surplus. The Carabinieri are essentially a national military police force, similar to that of a gendarmerie that many European nations have. Let's go ahead and take a look at that bore. I'll be posting that picture right now. Hopefully, it's nice and clean and shiny. The serial number that's on the stock is an overstamp. So the original serial number that's on here looks like 5074, something like that. It has another serial number on it, 8894, which corresponds with the serial number on the barrel there. So this rifle was restocked at some point. That probably has something to do with why the sling swivel configuration is different. Technical specs wise, this rifle is almost identical to the 9124 that I just unboxed. If you haven't checked that video out yet, I will post it right here so you can go do that. There's some good little information distributed throughout that video, and those are actually still available for purchase right now at the moment as well. So if you're interested in surplus Carcano rifles that are available in the market right now, check that video out. The length, weight, all that is almost the same as the 9124. And that's because the 9124 conversion took a long rifle and made it match the specs of this rifle, the 91 TS. This particular pattern of Italian rifle would have saw service in World War I through the interwar years and into World War II. After the war, they continued service in Italian National Police and then went into storage until they are being imported into the US for the collector market now. As I said earlier, the arsenal this one was created in was Bercia, and that's for good reason. Bercia is the only arsenal that produced the M91 TS. They made about 400,000 of these rifles between 1898 and 1919. So if you're looking at a Italian TS carbine and it has an arsenal other than Bercia, you probably have a 9124 conversion rifle and not a purpose-built carbine. Before we close this video out, I wanted to go over the condition of this one a little bit more so you kind of know what you're getting if you're ordering from DK. So I definitely see dings and dents all over the stock. I mean, this is a rifle that has seen service. It is in surplus condition. You have to know what to expect when you're ordering rifles, especially these days. Anything that's in really great condition nowadays has already been bought up and is in the hand of collectors. We're not importing pristine surplus to the US anymore because there's no pristine surplus out there. It has these little splotches of rust, but nothing that I don't think can clean up. The bluing overall looks pretty nice. The wood is not too bad. There are a couple little issues that are troublesome to me, and that's some cracking. So down here on the wrist, there's a crack forming where the action was. On the underside of the wrist, near the trigger guard, there's another small little crack. And what is very common of these rifles is you'll see a small hairline crack up here in the front handguard that runs through the wood right here. Other than those few little issues though, I'm thinking this rifle looks pretty dang good. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. My hands are not very dirty. I think it will clean up nice, and for the price you pay for it, I think it is well worth it. Thanks for checking this video out, guys. I really appreciate every single viewer out there. Stay tuned for the shooting comparison video between these two little Italian carbines. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you found something in this video informative or helpful, share it with your friends, because that really helps the channel grow more than anything else does. If you noticed anything about either of these guns that I didn't talk about, let me know down in the comments. I am by no means an expert in any particular form of rifle, especially Italian rifles. I'm always learning. If you like this kind of content, throw me a sub, because I will have more stuff like this on the way. I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.